Ladies and gentlemen, help me clap for Burkina Faso, the government, the ministers, and Captain Ibrahim Traoré for making us proud all the time, while other Africans have decided to put shame on our faces by accepting disgraceful deals on this continent. Lovely family, same situation, same problem, same agenda imposed on most of the African countries on the continent of Africa by the United States. Same reaction from all the people that are faced with this same visa problem coming from the United States. Same reaction. Burkina Faso is making difference. I'm telling you, and you don't know how happy I am right now. Burkina Faso has exposed hypocrisy and manipulation of these African countries. So let me say, let African leaders who are bowing their knees right now, as the United States have decided to bend their knees, and they are bowing their knees, kneeling down, and they are being forced to accept things they are not supposed to accept. They should bring their face to shame because Burkina Faso has exposed them. Lovely family, I think this platform will deserve more than the support we are getting, because we don't say anything here out of sensation. We say it and we know it is a fact. I said it here on this platform, that the United States, when you see them pulling out some deals and attitude of visa, tariff, whatever it is they begin to pull out on global stage, just understand they have something they want to give you in return. They always hang it around a particular narrative, but lovely people, there is something always behind. I was right then, I am right now, and I'll be right in the future. So do me that favor by hitting the like button and subscribing to be part of the family. Let's break down the story. The West is playing a game, not just with visa, but with our dignity, lovely people. The United States of America has suspended visas for Burkinabe citizens. And what is behind this is the same thing hiding behind all African countries who are falling victim to this, including Ghana. Let the Ghana government come and hear. Just a few days ago, rumors were on the internet that Burkinabe citizens are facing some problem. The problem is connected to visa, US visa kind of things. Now, the rumor is being confirmed by the United States. Lovely people, just days ago, the United States officially suspended tourist and student visa for Burkinabe citizens. Now, as we are speaking, anyone from Burkina Faso, they can confirm that, who want to travel to the United States must go all the way to Togo to apply for visa. The U.S. Embassy in Ouagadougou confirmed this decision through their official diplomatic letter given to the Burkinabe government. The letter is called the Verbal Notes. They claim Burkinabe citizens had violated visa rules, overstaying or misusing student visa. The same excuses behind every country on Africa continent facing this visa wahala from the United States, including Ghana. But lovely people, the Burkinabe foreign minister revealed something much deeper than what is stated in this letter by the United States. He said this decision didn't come out of nowhere. The decision actually came after the United States tried to pressure Burkina Faso into accepting deportees from America. People they label as undesirable or not conducive for the environment. And when the Traoré government rejected this offer, refused this deal, Washington retaliated. According to the report, the United States had approached Burkina Faso with a disturbing proposal. And this is a proposal that other African nations quietly accepted. They wanted Ouagadougou to sign an agreement allowing America to deport people, not just Burkinabe citizens, but other Africans to Burkina Faso, just as they did to Ghana. And we accepted it. Wait, I'm coming. According to the US explanation, this was part of their migration management program. Same excuses they give to Ghana. Same situation. The Traoré administration was straightforward and said, look, no, we are not doing that. The foreign minister said this is indecent and it is contrary to the very spirit of dignity that defines our revolution as Burkinabe citizens and the government of Captain Ibrahim Traoré. He told the Americans straight that, let me quote him, he said, Burkina Faso will not be a dumping ground. We are not a land of deportation. We are a land of dignity and destination. This answer didn't sit well with Washington because in this same region, another African government quietly accepted the deal. Same approach to Ghana, but Ghana shamefully exchanged deportees for visa. While Burkina Faso said no, lovely people, Ghana said yes. Burkina Faso said no in the spirit of Pan-Africanism. Ghana said yes in the spirit of Pan-Africanism, because according to Ghana government, they said they are doing that in the spirit of Pan-Africanism because when people are coming to Ghana, they don't need visa and blah, blah, blah. But don't worry, we'll get there. And this is not the first time, lovely people. The United States is always using this practice to bring African nations to negotiation table to pressure them. They did the same thing back in 2019. The United States even sanctioned Ghana by restricting visa for government officials until Ghana accept the deportation of over 7,000 people from America. And Ghana eventually complied. They bent their need for visa privilege. And the same thing is happening today again. Today, in the face of this visa wahala, Burkina Faso is the only one saying no more. The other side of the conversation, which made it even much more interesting, is that when Traore's government launched its free visa for all African policy, it sent a powerful message. The message is simple: we need to unite. But the United States saw this as a loophole. This is what the minister said. Let me quote the minister. He said, when that administration began, the Trump administration, they approached us with a proposal as part of their immigration policy implementation. The proposal was for certain African countries to accept deported individuals, people living illegally in the US, not only their own citizens, but possibly others as well. In other words, the US wanted to know if Burkina Faso would be willing to receive deportees from other countries. Naturally, we found this proposal indecent and completely contrary to the value of dignity that lie in the heart of Captain Ibrahim Traore's vision. We made it clear that Burkina Faso cannot be a dumping ground. Later, we had several meetings on the same subject. We understand that the Americans wanted us to accept this deal, especially after we adopted the decree making visa free for all Africans. They came back to us saying, we see this Pan-African spirit. Since your visas are now free, will you be willing to receive non-Burkinabe nationals deported from the US who wish to come to your country? The minister went on and said, our answer was very clear. Every African who wishes to come freely to Burkina Faso is welcome here. If they buy their own ticket, they will get free visa and can come freely. But we will not accept people being forced to come here under deportation orders simply because we are visa-free country. This is where I have problem with the Ghana government. The same thing, Ghana government. West African nations, they don't need visa to come to Ghana anyway. That's what President Mahama said. So if you accept them, we are accepting our own people. The people did not choose to come here. They were forced to come here. Look at the stand Burkina Faso is taking. Look at the stand Ghana government is taking. The Ghana government has disgraced the value of Pan-Africanism. When Ghana government is saying that we are accepting these people in the spirit of Pan-Africanism because they don't need visa to come here, Burkina Faso is saying that no, we are rejecting them in the spirit of Pan-Africanism. They need to choose to come here freely, not to be forced here. This is not a dumping ground. This is a land of destination where people can decide to come here, not being forced to come here. And the president of Ghana came to tell us that, oh, but Ghana is not a dumping ground. No, you've made it a dumping ground. Tomorrow, if the United States want to press your neck again, they will pull the visa trigger again. You are going to bend our necks and bend our knees. Let's clap for Burkina Faso before we move forward. The minister went on and said, we emphasize that Captain Traore's decision to offer free entry and hospitality to all Africans cannot be misused by any third country to offload people it's considered undesirable or non-conducive. We remain a welcoming land, open to all Africans who choose to freely come, but never a land of deportation. It is a land of destination. He said this current Donald Trump administration policy, unfortunately, tend to view every foreigner as a potential danger, and that is a serious and dangerous. We told the Americans representative that many of the so-called undesirable are Africans, or the people they are calling non-conducive for the environment. They are Africans, Latin Americans, and others who have lived in the United States, work hard and contributed to the country's peace and economy. They clean, they sweep the streets, care for the elderly, and work all sectors to give Americans decent life. And now these people are being treated as undesirable simply because they entered the country illegally. Yes, every country has the sovereign right to manage its borders, but that sovereign does not justify choosing arbitrary African destination to dump people. That is it, lovely people. Two people in the same situation. One is bowing down, one is standing to pressure that, look, we are standing our ground. We are choosing dignity and pride over visa. Now, while the United States want to deport people they call illegal, something else beautiful is happening at the same time. Thousands of Afro descendants are preparing to visit Burkina Faso at the end of October. These people are coming not because anyone forced them, but because they want to reconnect with their roots. So the journalist on the interview with the minister asked this question. The journalist said, "Mr. Minister, we've also heard that Afro descendants are planning to visit Burkina Faso at the end of October. Does this visit have any link with the American decision?" This is what the minister said. Absolutely no. This visit has no connection with US decision. These are brothers and sisters returning home, not deported. They came freely out of love for Africa. They were not forced to be dumped here. And for them, or to them, Burkina Faso said, "Welcome home. This is your land of dignity and destination." So to Africa with two paths, let's be honest. Today we are only seeing two Africas, one that stands and one that is kneeling. One of the Africa is led by Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, who refuse to be used or humiliated. The other Africa, led by the old system of dependence, still seek validation from the same powers that once put us in this stage. For Ghana, lovely people, I'm very disappointed. Ghana was once the symbol of African independence under Kwame Nkrumah, but today it is heartbreaking to see how quickly that legacy has faded. We are trading principles for permission, sovereignty for stamps. To the Mahama government, I'm saying that you accepting these deportees in exchange for visa is nothing but a puppet decision. You are only bowing to pressure. You are only selling our dignity. Tomorrow, if they want to deport more people, they will pull the visa trigger and tell you that your students are overstaying and all that. If the students are overstaying and this thing, let's put measures in place and work with you so that we make sure that students don't stay their visa again. Don't overstay their visa. You deporting people to our country will stop the student from, overstaying and misusing their visa? No, we have lowered the standard of Pan-Africanism and dignity. Burkina Faso under Captain Ibrahim Traoré is reviving what Kwame Nkrumah once preached. Kwame Nkrumah preached a truly free Africa. Not just independent in flag and anthem, but independent in spirit and decision. Burkina Faso is choosing dignity over dependence, dignity over visa. And that choice Burkina Faso is making is going to echo across generations, lovely people. As the minister said, Burkina Faso is a destination, not a deported land. We will stay open to Africans, but close to humiliation. What Ghana accepted was complete humiliation. You cannot call yourself a sovereign nation and somebody will pull anything against you and you will begin to accept any deal because you are under pressure. Somebody will say that, "Oh, but the deal is fair. We accept our people." The people were forced here. Your land has become a dumping ground. That's what we are telling you. So, lovely people, this is what we are faced with. Burkina Faso, in the face of all this pressure, coming face to face with these Africa countries, Burkina Faso is standing its ground solidly. Refuse to bow to pressure. I'm proud of Burkina Faso. And if you are proud of Burkina Faso, I need you to like this video, subscribe, share, and don't forget to drop your thought in the comment section. See you in the next episode, lovely people.